Hey, and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to get motivated, like really motivated, even when things are crappy and you just don't feel like it. Right now, life isn't going great for me. Things are sad. I'm stressed out. I'm overwhelmed. And I'm doing this thing that I call ostriching, which is where I stick my head in the sand and pretend everything's fine or just feel really sorry for myself. A few days ago, Oscar, our dog, died suddenly, super traumatically. I will fill you guys in that story another day, but it really hit me hard. And my stepdad is passing away of terminal lung cancer. Another family member was just diagnosed yesterday with cancer, and I'm having medical issues. I have surgery next week, and I'm so stressed about it. It's invasive and it's horrible, and I'm just overwhelmed, and I'm really sad. And I'm allowing myself to be sad. And this isn't about toxic positivity. I'm not going to tell you how to make the most of it or find the ray of sunshine in the dark clouds. This is about still getting the stuff done that we need to get done, because here is the truth. I am not going to feel better by feeling sorry for myself. And it's okay to be sad and also do things that bring us happiness and make us feel proud of ourselves. And when I'm sad and I'm laying in bed and I'm feeling sorry for myself and I come to the kitchen to get a drink and the kitchen's trashed and there's dishes and there's laundry, that doesn't make me feel better. Avoiding life and avoiding the things that I need to do only make me feel worse. But how? How can we pull ourselves up and actually do the things even when life is a dumpster fire and it's kicking us? There's three easy solutions, real life solutions. And the first one I call being a zombie. Being a zombie is basically like turning your brain off. Have you ever heard Newton's law that's like things in motion stay in motion and things in rest stay in rest? I think that's like some sciencey physics type stuff, but it also pertains to motivation. So the longer we sit around and don't do, the harder it is to do. And the more we're doing and being active and moving and getting things done, the more we want to continue on with that momentum. And so we just have to get started. And going to zombie land, going to zombie town is my go-to solution. Basically, what this means is we don't have to want to do the thing. We just have to have our body doing the thing. So I turn off my brain. When the dishes need to get done and I don't feel like it and I'm sad, I turn off my brain. I'm listening to an audiobook or I'm listening to a podcast or I'm watching Bones on Disney Plus, and my brain is somewhere else. I'm not thinking about sadness. I'm not thinking about the fact that I don't want to do the dishes or do the laundry or clean the house or do the things I need to do. My brain is someplace else and my body is taking over these mundane tasks. Because at the end of the day, when I'm being somewhat productive, even in a depressed, sad, sick, overwhelmed, stressed out state, I'm happier. I'm proud of myself. I have moments where I'm like, yeah, life is still beating me down, but I'm still thriving. And the only way I can do that is to go full zombie mode. So listen, here is some really good ideas for you. Call someone on the phone. Get up. Call someone on the phone and do a mundane task while you're talking, or listen to an audiobook, or listen to a podcast, watch a YouTube video, or watch something, something like a movie, but you have to be standing for this to work. Your body has to be moving while your brain is shut off. I'm telling you, this is a really great way to start that motivation without having to talk yourself in or change your mind at all. The second way to feel really motivated, even when you don't want to do anything at all, is to give yourself a project. If you aim for nothing, you're going to hit it every time. We need goals, but we also need those goals to be something small that we're excited about, something we're looking forward to. even when we're sad, depressed, stressed out, overwhelmed, what can you do that's going to give you a purpose in your life? And every time I look back at my life and I think of the times where I was happiest, it's when I was working towards something, whether it's saving for my first house, even redecorating a room, or learning to bake sourdough. A project is like the fuel of the passion for life. We need to have something that we're focusing on, and it can't be something that feels like a chore. It can't be lose 30 pounds if that isn't something that gets you fired up. So I'm going to give you a ton of examples of projects that you can do that make you feel that zest, that reason for getting up. Even if you're feeling sick, you have disability, something. You need something in your life that makes you feel alive. My whole life has been like a series of little projects, but here are some really, really easy examples, like learning to sew, learning to bake, learning to knit, learning to paint, learning to take pictures or do photography or create a website, start a YouTube channel, start a dog walking business on the side. It's endless things that you could do, but pick one, something that lights you up, that gets you really excited. Don't have more than one or two projects on at the go. And when I think of all the little I've had so many. I'm like a project junkie, but I learned to use a camera. I learned to take photos and videos and edit videos. I learned to write books. I learned to code my own website. I learned all of these things, and I've outgrown a lot of those. There are things that don't light me up anymore. They don't give me that same fire anymore. I'm learning to crochet right now. I just learned how to make sourdough starter and make sourdough, and that was like a little obsession for a couple of weeks. Turns out I hate sourdough. That doesn't mean I failed. I've learned so much. I've developed skills that I never had before, and I keep growing as a human being. Every one of these projects turns into a talent or a skill or a passion that I have that I continue to grow on. And right now I need a new one. And I'm looking and I'm searching, and I want you to add in the comments below some projects that you want to do, something that makes you excited, even if it's a small thing like updating your bathroom with a new shower curtain or towels, or rearranging furniture, or decluttering a space and getting organized. Get fired up about your life, and the best way to do that is with an easy project, one at a time. Projects and goals are like the lifeblood of our soul. We need them just as much as we need air to breathe in order to live a happy, healthy, and fulfilled life. And most importantly, to feel enthusiastic and motivated about our lives. The last way to feel really motivated instantly, even when you just don't have it, is to borrow it from someone else. Motivation is really just enthusiasm, right? It's getting like enthusiastic about something, and this is so contagious. Enthusiasm is contagious, but so is lack of enthusiasm. So if you're surrounded by people who are kind of in that negative victim mentality, poor me, life sucks, nothing goes right, this is wrong, this needs to be changed, it's easy to absorb that energy and feel really low. And if you are in this sort of negative mindset, this cycle of sad, I don't know what else to call it, borrowing enthusiasm from someone else can snap you out of it. It's kind of why people join cults. You know what I'm saying? The cult leaders like, la la la, and they make people feel great, and then everyone's drinking the Kool-Aid. Now, I'm not suggesting you join a cult. This is not what I'm suggesting, because that stuff is weird. But you can have that same cult brainwashing mentality, but in a positive way, by listening to what my go-to, Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins, listening to self-help books. I can listen to them on audiobooks, borrow them from the library, read some. You're gonna like, these people love their freaking life, and you're gonna absorb that. Watch YouTube videos of people who are motivating, people who are excited, people who are like, I'm gonna freaking be amazing today, and you're gonna be amazing too. And you cannot help but feel better. You cannot help but feel more enthusiastic. And so Listen, it's a cycle. If you're feeling and you're feeling low, that's going to grow inside of you. And if you are surrounded by people like that, or you are putting that out, you're going to bring down the people around you too, because enthusiasm is contagious and lack of enthusiasm is contagious. So borrow some from someone else. Find something that just motivates you. Anyone with the last name Robbins, I'm just putting it out there. I'm going to put some of my favorite motivational YouTube talks down below so you can watch them, but it has to be something positive. It has to be a person that you connect with that you're like, I feel pumped right now. And I'm going to be honest, this wears off. I read a ton of self-help books. I listen to a ton of self-help books, and I have like an hour, afterwards of like, and then the next day it kind of wanes. But it's fine. We just listen again, or we read again, not the whole thing, just a paragraph, a line, a chapter, 2 minutes of a YouTube video or a podcast that fires us up again. We can keep recycling, we can keep borrowing this level of enthusiasm and motivation, and it will get us through. It will get us through the dark times. It will get us up off the couch, because it's okay to be sad. It's not okay to sit around and feel sorry for yourself. It's okay to just be stressed and overwhelmed. It's not okay to not do the things that are going to make you happy and proud. You can be sad and have moments of happy at the same time. And doing little things like your dishes and the laundry and keeping up on things, it's a gift to yourself. And we can do those even when we don't feel like it, because you freaking deserve it. Because when you're sad and overwhelmed and depressed and life is kicking you in the groin while you're down, and you walk into a kitchen and you don't have to clear off dirty dishes to make yourself a sandwich, you're going to feel a little bit better, a little bit proud of yourself. This isn't toxic positivity. This is all about us persevering and finding those moments of joy and happiness even in the darkness. You don't need to fake happiness, but you can't sit around and wallow in sadness either. Get up and do something right now that's going to make you proud of yourself. You deserve this. You deserve a clean house, you deserve an organized home, you deserve all of it, even when times are dark. So please, in the comments below, help people out by putting some suggestions of things that motivate you, hype men in your life, or videos that they can watch. And I'm going to put a ton of videos that really hype me up in the description below as well. And also comment some projects that people can do to give them that zest, to give them that excitement, that joy, because all of us deserve that, even in our darkest times. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. Oh, I just did this whole big story and I got emotional. And so I'm not going to do the whole big story again, but we put Oscar in a kennel for just 2 days while we went to a hockey tournament, a kennel that he loves, it's his favorite place to go. And we got a call. I'm going to do a whole podcast. I'm going to put a link to this podcast below so you can have the whole story. But basically, we got a call from a vet, not the kennel. The kennel never called us or any emergency contacts. Oscar wasn't doing well. The kennel didn't take him to the vet. My mother-in-law had to leave and drive and take him to the vet while we raced home 4 hours. But Oscar passed away from dehydration, from lack of water. So it's traumatizing, and it was preventable, I think. And there's an investigation being done because it's crazy. And if you want to know more about it, you can listen to that podcast. I just wanted to share it with you because I'm sad, and I'm not going to fake it, and I'm not going to have some funny, hilarious story, because right now this is all I'm thinking about. So thanks so much for watching. I will keep you guys posted as we find out more information, and I'll see you guys next time.